More on configuration. CompTIA wants you to know some of the more common options. Now, what's not part of the objectives here, we're going to cover it in the next course on networking, is getting your print server online in the first place such that it can be reached by your users. But assuming you've done that, your next thing, or your next task, I should say, is to configure the SOHO multifunction printer for maximum flexibility. Again, this is another example of a Xerox Phaser web interface. I'm just choosing these because they're good examples, not because I'm favoring Xerox over, say, Dell or HP. You notice on the left-hand side of this web page, you have various properties pages that you can configure the IP address and the defaults and so on. Now, collation refers to when a user prints a multi-page document, making sure that the pages come out in the proper order. That becomes more important. What if a user needs to print 5 copies of a multi-page document? We don't want the printer to do page 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, then 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. We want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's that job, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And as I said, you'll want to consider whether stapling is important to your users because staple management is a feature of many SOHO multifunction devices nowadays. Duplexing refers to printing on both sides of the page. This is useful for me personally because I skew heavily toward the paperless office myself. I'm proud to say that at Pluralsight, at least at the Chicago office where I work out of, it looks to be almost completely paperless office. We do all of our document management and document sharing through the computer, which is wonderful. That having been said, I understand that some businesses still have need to do printing. My daughter's kindergarten teacher, for instance, spends a lot of time each morning in her workroom at school printing out worksheets for the kids because the kids are learning to write. They need paper. To save paper, we can print duplex, which, as I said, refers to printing on both sides of the page. Page orientation deals with portrait or landscape orientation. You could also have different paper trays with different paper sizes. A legal office, for instance, might have letter, envelope, and legal paper loaded up, and then you need to train your users so they know how to select the proper input tray. Printers can do different quality levels, draft, full fidelity. Some multifunction printers can do color, which is more expensive. You want to be careful with offering that to your users. So what you're doing as an administrator, feeder trays, that's the different form sizes or paper sizes, as I said. What you're doing here is presenting the menu of options that your users can then choose from when they do their print jobs. Because ultimately, it's going to be the end user who makes use of these configurations. Our job as a network administrator or as a repair technician is to make these options or surface them, to use the technical term, to the users in an intuitive way.